Nothing like a good cup of joe in the morning, except that's not coffee at all. It's actually hot chocolate because I think coffee's disgusting. I'd say this is a pretty good way to start the day. You got hot chocolate, oh, that I almost spilled. You got chocolate chip waffles with sugary syrup. I mean, if that's not gonna give you a sugar high for the rest of the day, I don't know what will. I really don't understand the whole coffee thing. I don't understand why people like coffee. I don't like the taste, I don't like the smell. And I've even tried like coffee at Starbucks where it's like probably like 3% coffee and the rest of it's sugar, and I can tolerate that. I still don't like the coffee taste behind, like the aftertaste it leaves. I don't like that. And other people say it's like the pick-me-up in the morning, and I guess I get that. But to me, it's not worth it. So yesterday, a friend of mine, Jake, he texted me and we were just talking about how we were doing spiritually and stuff. And I don't think he would mind me saying this. This isn't like super deep or anything, but it got me thinking. Speaking of Jake, he's got a cool YouTube channel. Check out his stuff up in the card. It's like Christian-based vlogging. It's really cool. He wants to be a little bit more productive with doing things, and he doesn't want to just be sitting on the TV. Not sitting on the TV, watching TV or doing video games. He's trying to find something productive to do with his time. But first of all, I like his idea of wanting to do things and not just sitting on the couch and kind of wasting time. Because I think that's kind of the trap that so many people fall into. They just end up binge watching stuff on Netflix or playing their life away in video games. And so the advice that I gave him was to try to learn something new. Use this as an opportunity, like this open time that you have. Use this as a chance to better yourself and the skill set that you have. Because a lot of times, like for me even, like I'll make excuses onto why I can't do some of the things that I would love to do. Like I would love to learn how to play the piano better, but I don't actually spend the time it takes to get better. Sure, there are other things to be done. There are things to be done around the house, but if we're being real honest here, we have time for the things that we actually want to do. The things that we want to accomplish, we make time for. No matter what it is, whether that's going to the gym or learning how to play the piano, if we wanted to learn how to do it, we would take the time it would take. It's like a sheet of white behind me. It looks like I died and went to heaven or something. Like, maybe we should adjust this. So before I say anything else, you see that sign up there? Isn't that awesome? My wife actually got me that for Christmas, and I just put it up last night. I think it's pretty sweet. Speaking of Becca, my wife, it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Becca. And if you could, just go ahead and leave a comment saying like happy birthday, something down in the comments. I think she would like that. The thing is, she doesn't really watch these videos, so she won't know that I told you to do that. So one thing I'm trying to get better at, something I'm trying to learn, is graphic design. Specifically, like if I'm working for churches, getting better at sermon series graphic design. So I actually just finished one, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's a sermon series we have at my church called Life is a Circus, and it's starting this Sunday. And I got the chance to put this together, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But my process for doing that, I actually learned from Alex Watson from Pixel Preacher. He is a super talented graphic designer and video designer, and I had him on the show, and I'll link that video up in the card up in the top right hand corner. But he kind of taught me the process of getting inspiration and finding that inspiration and using that and translating that into a design. And those are kind of the skills that I am trying to just perfect. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying. Like, if you really want to learn how to do something, like if you're passionate about doing that one thing, then you will make time for it. And that's something that I'm making time for to better my skill set in that, because I feel like I'm okay when it comes to sermon series graphic design, but I'm not great. So that's something that I'm trying to focus on right now and bettering myself in that. I probably could have turned down the exposure on this guy a little bit. This whole vlogging thing is a little new to me. Jeez. This whole vlogging thing is a little bit new to me, so bear with me. And lastly, one thing I'll say that I'm super excited about, I'm actually part of Video Labs. So that is a course that is put on by Tim Schmoyer at Video Creators, and it's all about growing your YouTube channel to reach more people and change more lives. And that, I mean, that's really what this channel's goal is to reach more church leaders and people who are doing media within church to help you use media more effectively within your church and ultimately change people's lives. And not through a graphic design or a logo, because those things are not going to save anybody. Those things are actually a tool to catch people's attention, people who don't go to the church. So that's what this channel is about, is teaching you, but also it's kind of my journey in learning how to use this tool most effectively. So my encouragement to you today would be to just learn something. It doesn't have to be like mastering the piano, but go out and learn something today. Go on YouTube and learn how to use the basic tools in Photoshop. Whatever that means for you, learn something today. And eventually, maybe you'll make that a habit to always be learning something, always be bettering yourself, just adding to that skill set that you have. So if you have that one thing that you want to learn today, let me know what that is down in the comments. And if you are new here, this channel is all about making church media simple. So if you are involved in church media or you want to use more media at your church, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you never miss a video. I hope this kind of becomes like your New Year's resolution, to always be bettering yourself, always be learning something new, because that's what I'm gonna try to do, is always be learning something new and adding to that skill set so I can help more churches in more ways. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.